Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.
Yeah, we're ready.
We are back with another episode of Your Favorite Movie Sucks. We have an old dear friend of mine, Ben Katzner, all the way from Minnesota. Katzner, is that Jewish?
See, no, you know what's funny? First of all, you know I'm not Jewish.
I guess I know you're not Jewish. But as I said that, I was like, are you? And I just never realized it.
People never ask me that in the Midwest. Here,
Yeah.
I get asked that all the time.
Well, Katz Deli.
Sure.
Katzner, yeah.
You wish I wish I had a piece of that shit. No, we got nothing. We got credit card debt. That's mine.
Okay. All right. Never mind. But so you know,
is this how you start the podcast?
well, I try to dive right into the movie because people get very angry.
They don't want to hear.
They don't want to hear any of it. Yeah. And but you are. I hate to say this. You are our first black guest.
I don't think anybody's surprised by that.
And our first adopted guest.
That's true. Oh, yeah, just put all my
our first
guest with a
guest.
tiny dick too. What else? Fucking hemorrhoids. What do you need?
But anyway, we're glad to have a different perspective on the show. We're glad.
I'm glad that DEI brought me here. I'm great.
Perspective.
Trump is going to cancel your podcast.
We need some different POVs.
Yeah,
and you're here. You're here to talk about one of the blackest movies.
So was it hard for you to watch film in the hood?
But you gave me a list of movies, and I chose to do a movie, 40-year-old virgin.
Can we tell them the truth at first?
Sure.
Is this too far behind? Or
no,
too
it's
much?
all right. You can tell them.
I picked independent. First of all, the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I do love that movie. I stand by it. I don't care. That's great. I picked Independence Day first, and then you told me we couldn't do it because why?
My wife did not want to watch it last night.
Because his wife didn't want to watch it. This is your God. This is your king.
I actually do like Independence Day. It's also, I hate to be this, but you didn't have one black movie. It was like the widest list. What the hell?
Was that what I was supposed to do?
I mean, I don't expect it to be like Friday 2, Friday 3, but you can have one Spike Lee movie on there.
Sounds like you kind of did expect that.
It was Independence Day, Dazed and Confused,
Yeah.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Maybe like Superbad or something.
This is like...
Because I knew I'd come on here, and if I was like Django, you'd be like, this isn't historically accurate. And then I have to pull my phone out and be like, black people are actually the original cowboys and all this bullshit. I didn't want to have to educate you. I just want to talk about some funny shit today.
It's a very like white bro-y list kind of.
Yeah, those are the movies that like probably got me into comedy.
Interesting.
100%.
Yeah.
40-Year-Old Virgin, don't question it.
So I hate, look, it's kind of funny. This podcast has been, for the most part, a false title. It's kind of been me. Like, instead of shitting on movies, I've been kind of like, like trying to see the other person's perspective.
Sure.
I've kind of not lived up to the title.
Sure.
But we're gonna really live up to it today.
Yeah.
I will say, I always thought this movie was overrated comedically.
You're insane.
Rewatching it now, and this is not hyperbole, at least from my perspective. I think the death of American comedy and cinema begins with this movie.
Truly one of the... Yeah, and you wanted me to bring some fucking black shit to you? Are you kidding me? I'm offended on behalf of whoever's in the movie. This movie, I also would argue, has one of the black... We'll talk about it later. Has one of the blackest moments ever in a movie that is one of my favorite moments.
What's the blackest moment?
Where Kevin Hart's in it.
Him too. Yeah, that was a good
Incredible.
scene.
That's so funny.
And I will say that character is actually not stereotyped, unlike the fucking Indian, which is the most offensive. It's not just that it's offensive. I don't care that it's offensive.
Okay.
It's not funny. Just the Indian saying curse words.
What I don't remember is I think that guy might just actually sound like that.
Well, no, I'm sure the accent is real, but it's the fuck you motherfucker. It's just like, I hate that shit. I don't know. All right, let's start. What do you love about this? Or where were you when you first saw them?
Where was I first? So I had to look this up yesterday. So I think it came out my junior year of high school, or like summer right before my senior year.
How old are you?
I am. I don't know. By the time this comes out, I'll be 38. I think.
Okay.
So it was fundamental. So this movie like Superbad, Anchorman, all in like the same kind of few years span.
So you saw it in theaters?
Saw this in theaters.
And like, what was you just loved it?
I loved it. I can't remember. I have like a mixed memory of this, but it was either this movie or Anchorman. I think we were in Aberdeen. I think this was actually Anchorman, so it doesn't matter. But I was with an adult. I remember being with an adult, and there are certain scenes where you're just like, oh boy, that thing where it's oh, I guess I'm gonna get hard next to my friend's dad today.
Yeah. I saw Wolf of Wall Street with my parents and stuff. There's like a shot where he's snorting coke, and you're like, that's definitely a woman's ass. And you're like, please don't be a woman's ass.
Right.
I'm like sitting next to my mother.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the popcorn trick with her. Right. She grabs my dick,
And she turns over to you. She's like, was it like that for you when you were doing drugs?
But so Friend's Dad, that's not too bad. But
But it was one of those movies where I definitely saw it in the theaters and just like stuck with me in a way. It's so stupid in the same way that like different pacing, but same way that like now I'm self-conscious about even saying this. Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like where you're just like, I can't believe you could make a movie this dumb that would make me laugh this hard.
That's like another movie I hate. We are going to be. All right, let's. Okay, so
start where you want to start. Tell me what you don't like about it. You don't think it's funny first and foremost.
I think, to me, like the two greatest comedies, in my opinion, are Naked Gun and Big Lebowski. And I think
for sure thought you were going to have a Woody Allen movie. I'm shocked that you don't have.
I mean, I like Woody Allen a lot, but those two I think are the funniest movies.
Okay, and
they're both to me like different extremes. And Naked Gun is like just complete crazy wackiness with great lines, but like super like as silly as you can get,
Yeah.
And then Big Lebowski is like character-based humor where the characters themselves are really funny.
Yeah.
To me, what Judd Apatow, and I love Freaks and Geeks. I love a lot of the stuff Judd Apatow did in TV. Larry Sanders Show, he was a showrunner, I believe. Amazing show. But to me, there's something Apatow did where he went from these character-based comedies to a movie that is like where the characters themselves are trying to be funny.
Yeah. And
I find that so unfunny.
It's not a subtle movie.
It's not subtle.
It's like, not subtle.
It's like there's one part where like Seth Rogen is like, this Dr. Seuss's dildo, because it's like a dildo. And it's like, first of all, like either he's riffing on that, right? Or they designed it for the movie.
Now,
which makes it very unfunny.
You're pulling apart a part that I actually think is really funny because it's all the women being very annoying. It's a bachelorette party.
Yeah,
there's a group of dildos, and everybody has a funny thing to say.
But it's them being funny.
Yeah, because they're funny guys. They're supposed to be funny.
That's not funny when they're funny. It's funny when people are frustrated. It's like Leslie Nielsen's not trying to be funny in Naked Gun.
Yeah, but one character is obviously not funny and not
Steve
successful.
Carell.
Yeah, and that's what's funny.
All right, well, let's start from the beginning. So Steve Carell, because I have a couple issues with this movie I want to get into, but Steve Carell
not black enough. Doesn't talk about MLK enough for him.
Steve Carell, wakes up hard on. That's the first joke.
Yeah,
the classic hard on joke.
Actually, that's actually one I don't stand. I don't like that joke. I'm like, we don't have.
Yeah,
to do it,
I just forgot. Like this movie's very like juvenile.
Yeah, and that's why it did well.
It did very. Yeah,
but I think so. This is embarrassing, but I used to listen to when I had like a hard copy of it to like the DVD commentary.
Oh, of Judd?
Yeah, of like any of these movies, but like some of the cast is on this. And I think he mentions on this movie or a different movie where like it's kind of like you get if it's an R movie, you get the rated R joke out of the way right away, or you get the swear word out right away,
set the tone.
Just so people know you're in a fucking rated R movie, right?
Yeah.
So to me that is this, where it's just like he's got a hard on and he's funny.
I kind of misremembered it because I thought when he's in the bathroom and he pees, I thought the pee goes like on his face. And I realized that's not even the joke. The joke is just that he's hard. Like they don't even have the pee going on his face. This is what I'm saying. It's not extreme enough for me, I guess. It's like the first joke. Imagine me pitching that. All right, here's the first joke. Right? He wakes up. He's hard.
Yeah.
And you're like, where do you go with that? That's it.
You're thinking about now times. Think about 2005. It's different.
Yeah, I guess it's different. Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I mean?
It's a different time.
It was before consent and.
But how did you feel rewatch? I mean, did you feel like it held? I know you watched a little bit.
It doesn't all hold up. There are some. There are some things where you're like, yeah. What's funny is like there's a whole thing where like, you know how I know you're gay? And I was like, if that were 2 years ago, I'd be like, well, this doesn't hold up. But now I'm like, actually, that's back in. We love this. Or calling people retarded and all that.
I mean, yeah, right.
So that's back. But generally speaking, I think there are sections where I'm like, it's like back to back scenes where I'm like, these are all like quotable ass jokes. Like these are all things.
Well, tell me your favorite. I mean, we'll go through the whole movie, but tell me like a joke that just because I'm really like I'm watching it now. I remember actually thinking it was funny too.
Yeah,
just like overrated. But I'm watching it now. I'm like, I don't even like. It's kind of like when you watch this comedy from the 80s where you're like, where's the funny part? Like, I'm just like,
you really felt that way? Damn, I knew I should have wrote I was going to like write all this stuff down to make sure I could go point by point because I felt like you're going to hate this shit.
Well, we'll go through it, okay? If you don't like. So, he has a boner.
Yeah.
He goes to work.
This is a joke I don't like, but is again,
now you're
I
on
think,
my side here. Yeah.
Just for the first two jokes. It's Seth Rogen's character talking to Steve Carell's character. Was it Cal and Andy? And he's like, yeah, or like, what did you do this weekend, right?
Yes.
And Seth Rogen's character is like, yeah, we went to Tijuana with some friends and we saw a woman fucking a horse. And it's like, that's such a far reach for no reason. But then it is funny. The funniest line of that part where he's like, I actually kind of felt bad for the horse. And I was like, that's funny to me.
No, I
like
actually
that.
thought that part, the Tijuana part is funny. I mean, once again, though, it's like, there's no rapport there where he would even like he's like surprised a guy has like a really boring story, which already is like if he knows him a little, he should assume. You know what I mean? This is where my issue is. It's like so it's not Naked Gun Crazy, but it's also not like that character based. So even that scene, like just the little he would know Steve Carell, he'd be like, I assume you did nothing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But instead he's like, what'd you do?
I don't know. You never had a job like that where you just kind of fuck with the loser guy you're the loser guy that gets fucked with?
I also think like, first of all, I will say this: Seth Rogen really is not fat. Like I guess I was fat back in the day. I'm like, I would love to look like that. He's just like a slight chub.
Yeah, but it's
Jonah Hill is so fat you can't even see his face. It's like a blob. It's insane. It's just like disgusting. It's like you can barely make out nose and an eyes out of that fucking giant fleshy ball of fat.
Okay, well, he's a black icon, and I'm not gonna let you talk about him like that. He does. Jonah Hill is like. That might be it. You think that was his first movie role?
It was. And I remember hearing an interview where he said it was like rating that day, so he got to improvise, and that kind of made him, it actually kind of blew up his career because he stood out. And I was remembering that watching the movie, and then we got to that part, I'm like, this must be a really funny scene. It's 2 lines! Yeah. This is what made him famous?
Well, they probably
what was going on back then? He's just like...
They needed a new generation. What were the funny movies back then? You know,
I mean,
it was all like fucking Patch Adams and shit. And like, what is this?
You're right. It was a new generation of comedy, and maybe there was nothing before it. Maybe it was a lot better than what was before it. You're right. I don't even know. But like, it was Judd Apatow is like the Animal House of our times.
Yes, 100%.
And it's interesting because like but the shows he worked on
were not that.
Were so thoughtful.
Yeah.
And this is like, I mean, it has like elements of thoughtfulness. Like the fact that like the way he doesn't want to take the things out of the boxes and how that like reflects on him metaphorically of not wanting to like experience things, afraid to be out of his own. But like overall, it's just a dude getting laid.
People don't want thoughtful Judd Apatow. I don't know that he knew that then, but he found that out later because he would do like. This is 40, right? And
this is 40 suck.
So that's what a lot of people would say, right? But that's him being like, this is me dealing with mortality and like.
But I actually think Funny People, the first half is the best thing he's ever done.
I like the first half of that movie.
First half has it's funny, it's pathos, and the characters like they're not just having fun.
Yeah.
What Judd Apatow brought to it is like partying.
Yeah.
And I just like. It's just like smoking weed, hanging out. And by the way, people are going to be like, what? You know, I love Old School. I do. I love Old School. I love Hangover. I think those movies both.
Oh, also, I'm wrong. When I was like, there's no other funny movies that are those movies absolutely were like.
But to me, those movies, they come from a place of real frustration and like hilarious slapstick. But like this, it's like. I'm like, what? Like, it's like so mild. It's so lukewarm to me.
It was interesting because it's like there's no big. I feel like you could. This is hilarious to say about this movie. I don't think you could make this movie now because it just like there's no like big set piece. The big action scene is like he chases the love of his life on a bike and then flies through a thing. It's not a subtle movie, but the idea of it, of like how you can find humor in something so dumb, is actually, in my opinion, kind of subtle. You're like, no, you got to trust us. We'll make it funny for 95 minutes that this guy isn't having sex.
But I guess for me, like, there is a lot you can say about the shame of being a virgin. I didn't lose my virginity till I was like 23.
Wow, one more year they would have shot you.
Yeah, I know. Or maybe it was 22. I should love this movie. But, like, there is a lot of shame to being a virgin, and exploring that could be, like, a little more painful, but also funny. Like, the funny could come from the pain. But it never wants to, like, go past the surface.
I don't know. Someone's going to have to let us know. Have you ever heard of the show Dying for Sex?
Yeah, it just came out,
there's
right?
There's that show. I feel like there's another show where it's, like, women who are older who are, like, trying to fuck or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, those are kind of what you're talking about, and nobody talks about them. Nobody
You're right.
cares.
Well, I guess this movie is, I love funny.
Yeah.
This movie is maybe the things I hate the most in life. Fun. It's fun. I hate fun. It's them playing video games, just talk about who's gayer. It's just fun.
You're telling me there's a 40-year-old man who made new friends? I could never do that.
All right, so, let's keep going. All right,
Yeah.
so, like, because I feel like I'm already kind of swaying you a little, which I like.
No, you're not swaying me.
You're
at
like,
all.
fuck this movie.
No, I love this movie. It's still great. But I was rewatching, like, okay, the first 2 minutes, I could be like, how someone's like, what are we doing here?
No, he has a hard-on. Comedy genius.
Sure.
So he goes to work.
It's essentially a Best Buy, right?
Best Buy
Smart
type
tech.
place. There's like, I mean, the egg salad part I do think is funny.
I think it's very funny.
I thought that part was very funny. But nothing else in the store. Like, I guess it was a different time, but like Paul Rudd yelling about Michael McDonald?
Michael McDonald. So this is the first thing that I remember. Yamo be there, I'll Yamo blow my brains out. Like, that's a thing I would have said.
No, I mean, like, no. But like, I do think, I don't want to like be too harsh on this because I do think like.
You do think you'll work for Judd Apatow someday?
No, I do think at the time there was like a naturalism to him like saying that was refreshing.
Oh, and you felt like it was like too forced now.
Now it just feels like, what's the joke? But maybe
Sure.
like, you know what I mean? It's just him trying to be funny.
I think there is probably Rush and Doll in this are like kind of two different movies too, where it's like it could have been a workplace like smart tech comedy.
Yeah.
Like what it's like to work at like a shitty failing electronics store. It could have been like a whiter version of like South Side, if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Which is where they work at like a repo store and they're like, it's all the characters and whatever.
Right.
I wouldn't even be surprised if at a certain point they pitched it as that and then they're like, we have this character Andy who's a 40-year-old virgin, and someone is like, give me more of that. I actually want more of that. But I think the fact that all these guys, their lives suck. They're all bad, mostly bad losers.
But the movie is not sad.
The movie is not sad.
I just want to make that clear.
No.
Like, the movie is not sad.
Yeah.
Unlike a movie I think is really good, Observe and Report, which is very sad.
Sure.
But the movie is not sad, but they are losers.
Yes.
And that's, I guess to me, I'm like, sad is funny. I guess this movie, it's like, it's not sad, and to me that makes it less funny.
I think there's something kind of funny in the fact that they're losers and they don't even realize it, or they admit it maybe later. But the losers have found, this is exactly what like junior high is, where it's like the losers found a bigger loser, and now they have something to live for. Now they're not the biggest loser at the store anymore, and it's like, this guy's a virgin. This is crazy.
So it really feels like Seth Rogen is presented as cool now when I'm watching it.
Yes,
and which I find like really annoying. Like he has tattoos.
Yeah.
Did he get
I don't think
tattoos for that
he doesn't
movie?
have tattoos. That to my
knowledge. It's like he's trying to be the cool guy, which is like, what the fuck?
He's probably the cheapest cool guy they could afford.
But I'm just saying, So, and this is where they go to the poker game, right? Which is funny that like I don't even know if the movie's like fully aware of this, because you say they're losers, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get the sense that I feel like a movie. I mean, they end up being silly. But it is funny that they treat Steve Carell like the biggest loser, and yet
Yeah.
they're inviting him to play poker at their job with the other people working there.
At the job is awesome.
If I had a job where first of all, whatever shitty job I had, I refuse to be friends with anyone. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
This ain't no community we're having here, you know? Yeah. But like the idea that they're like, he's a loser, but we need someone to play poker in the store. Anyone who spends more time at the job they work at is the biggest fucking loser.
Yeah, they are losers, absolutely, and that's the exact point that I rewatching this. I don't know that I felt that way when I was like 17, 18 watching it. Now it's like, oh, it's hilarious that they suck.
Do you think the movie's in on it? Because I do think they present Seth Rogen as cool. Like, I do think they present them as, like, they do end up, like, obviously Paul Rudd is, like,
he has the biggest redemption. Well, him and Romney, what's his last name? Whatever.
I mean, they obviously have issues and, like, stuff they're not dealing with. But, like, I don't, like, I think the actual kind of people who would play poker at the store would look way nerdier than that, you know? I don't know. Like,
those probably aren't the guys there. Like, it's probably like the guys in like shipping or something. That would be like if you were to watch The Office, it'd be all the guys who work in the back or like.
Well, it's almost like there's not really a reality connected to like Paul Rudd's like a very good looking guy, but he's just a Best Buy employee who's like.
Oh, you think that hot people wouldn't? You think that hot people get all the good jobs? You know how many fucking
I guess I'm saying
hot people I've worked with?
I don't know if he'd be at playing poker at the Best Buy. Maybe, maybe they're, I don't know.
He's good, but he's creepy, or he's hot, but he's creepy.
True.
That's the bit, right?
Yeah.
And he's hung up on this one woman.
To be hung up on Mindy Kaling is insane to me.
All right, easy. Hey, I want to work in this someday. Yeah, I mean, her acting actually, when she comes about later, is like one of my least favorite things about it, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't think that she acts great in this one.
She sucks. And I do think another example of like dialogue that's not really like, that's just like jokey and not real, and stuff is funny as real. When he refers to her, she goes, she blew a guy in an Escalade.
Yeah.
So a lot of times specificity in dialogue is very natural, but that's an example of like, if that really happened, you'd be like, and then she blew a guy in a car. Like no one would be saying the car's name in that situation.
You're mad that he said
it's just like not. Okay, but let me get to my biggest gripe.
Oh, please.
He goes to play poker,
Yeah.
right? He says tits are like bags of sand.
Yeah.
And they all immediately go, dude, are you a virgin? I will say this on the record. That is not that bad of an analogy. They are kind of like bags of sand. And I'm not a fucking virgin. Why bags of sand is not correct?
I get it. You're married now. You think you know all the titties. Here's the thing, buddy. Okay, first I'm going to go one before that.
I mean, if anything, it's 4-year-old who's not good at metaphors maybe. But like, bag of sand is not so bad.
Bag of sand isn't great.
Bag of sand. I mean, like, it's like I don't know.
I hate this.
Like, like a stress ball? A titty's like a stress ball.
No.
I mean, it's not far off enough for them to be like, dude, are you a virgin? It's not that far off.
I think it's kind of far off. I think if you said stress ball, I'd be like, all right. But bag of sand. Bag of sand? Here's the problem. Is you're like a woke artist, liberal cuck, whatever.
I was like shockingly racist for the first 5 minutes of this.
That's what being woke is now.
Yeah.
But like, so when's the last time you've truly, physically held a bag of sand? It's hard. You could punch it.
Oh, like I'm not like blue collar or something.
Yeah. So like, I mean,
well, you're not exactly blue collar. You have some idea that blue collar people are just carrying bags of sand.
Hey,
you know how dock workers work.
As someone who's purchased a bag of dirt recently, I think I get it a little bit more than you. Okay, buddy.
I mean,
I think it's off. I think it is enough to be like, oh, I don't know that this guy knows what he's talking about.
What like a bag of water or like a water bed?
Like water bed. I think is like perfect.
Yeah, okay. I just don't think it's enough to assume the man is a virgin.
But you got to listen to like what they were saying before. I think that one of the guys was talking about maybe like fucking feet, and then Seth Rogen's guy's like, yeah, the dog was in there. I'm thinking about keeping the dog, like
right,
and then he's like, yes, breasts are also bags of sand. They're like, hold on, what are we doing here? You know what's going on? And the other guy, one of the guys, is like actively cheating on his partner.
The black
She's
guy.
She's not his wife, I don't think. So it's like they're all scumbags. So they all know. They know what the signs are. They know if you don't know how to speak in a certain way, something's up.
Right,
you're either gay
right.
or you're a virgin. And they don't think honestly, they don't even think he's gay. They think he's a serial killer. That's the whole bit.
Right.
Which I think is very funny.
That they think yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, I guess, one could say, I mean, like I had virgin shame in college. I remember I was in a circle and someone was like,
then what'd you do? You got laid.
Well, it's very interesting, the shame of being a virgin.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of shame. Once again, this movie doesn't explore that, really. Like,
it does a little bit. It goes flashbacks.
But the virginity is really like, it's like the reverse Scarlet Letter. Like, back in the day, not being a virgin or whatever would give you the Scarlet Letter. Now, being a virgin is a shame,
Yeah.
Sorry. So they reveal the thing. He's a virgin. He goes home on his bike. I like that part. That
part is great. Stupid fucking
him on the bike yelling stuff.
Bag of sand, you idiot.
It's also this is before The Office, right?
Yeah, just before. So I think he did this movie, and then within 6 months, I think The Office came out.
Which is interesting because obviously he's very different, but there's like some weird similarities. Like he's also into magic.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I guess ultimately, like. I think Steve Carell in The Office is brilliant,
Sure.
I guess for me, I like I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like the character doesn't make me like die laughing. It's not like a
It's an interesting place because he's like often the straight man in a film that is his vehicle, basically, which you don't
like. He's not that crazy of a person,
right?
Like in The Office, he's so like insane,
yeah,
and like the great like Naked Gun, he's crazy. Big Lebowski, they're all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He's not that wild.
Everybody else is way more crazy than.
So what are we? I mean, this can't be like Paul Rudd cannot be the main like a movie where Paul Rudd is. This movie to me is Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is fun, but not funny. And that's what this movie represents to me.
You're gonna like it. It's fun, but it's not funny.
It's also funny how offended people would be now by this movie.
Do you think so? What parts?
Well, just that they're treating women like just pussy. Like they just like
Do we not do that anymore?
Well, I guess we do, but you're not allowed to show it on screen.
I don't know. I watched so many shows where this is embarrassing. You might have to cut this. I've been rewatching Sons of Anarchy. Have you ever watched it?
No.
Literally, I would say once a season, there's a plot point where they're like, I don't know where we're really going with this. We're probably gonna have to rape a woman here. So like, and that was like the mid 2000s, like a little bit later. So they talk shit about women a little bit, but it's again. You have to understand these guys are idiots. They're losers. They don't know. That's the point.
Right.
I don't know, like in a little TikTok bite-sized clips, people would probably lose the meaning of that and be like, this is the most sexist movie ever. But later, what I don't like about this movie is they don't really like learn their lesson. Whereas like if you watch Superbad, they start out as like kind of how these guys are. And then later like, oh wait, actually... It's not good to be a misogynist piece of shit.
Right.
You don't want to fuck a woman without consent or whatever.
Right.
So that is a hole in the movie. I'll give you that. Whatever. But
he obviously, but he also inherently is a good guy who wants like a good relationship.
Yeah. He's a scared man who wants good.
He's actually not. He's only sexist when he's mimicking the other guys.
When he's doing what he's told by sexist idiots.
I mean, he literally says like, "I don't want to talk to a girl who's drunk at a bar."
Yeah.
Which once again, I mean, I get it's like not, but like, it's not the funniest character. So, the Indian guy sucks. You got to give me that. And by the way, I am not saying I'm offended by this shit. I just find it hack, like the Indian cursing.
Yeah.
Fuck your mother in the fucking ass. It's just so stupid. It's not a real character. The only like. The black guy, which I'm ruining this by calling him just a black guy.
That's tough.
But do you know his name?
Is it Jay in the movie?
What's his real? He's in Weed.
I think it's Rami something. Can I look this up?
Well, that guy.
Oh, sorry.
From when I saw the movie originally, I remember thinking, this is actually for once not like a stereotypical depiction of a black guy in a comedy, which is like rare. I feel like usually they're like either like they try to make like black people like a ghetto stereotype or like a white stereotype.
Yeah,
he's actually like kind of a metrosexual and he's like a philanderer.
It's interesting. Yeah.
He's just not stereotypical. And I think Hollywood with comedies had a problem with that.
There are some moments where you're like, okay, we get it. He's black. Where Andy comes up to him and he's talking to him and he's like, hey, man, can I talk to you? And he's like, yeah. And then he's watching Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He's like yelling at
You mean the fact that he can't, the fact that even though he's listening, he can't help but yell at the screen.
He's literally a black man yelling at a movie.
And he's trying to listen, and he just can't help but yell at the movie.
That was the part where I was like, all right.
But I don't even know if that's the joke they're going for. I just think they wanted, I guess I thought they just wanted the humor of Carell being vulnerable
Probably,
at him.
yes.
But I mean that is funny though. Like he's like, can't you? I'm trying to listen, but don't go in there.
Yeah.
There is that, but overall they don't make like the kind of deal out of it that's like really annoying at that time.
I think they do a good job. I think they show. I mean, we talked about it before, but the Kevin Hart instance between him and Kevin Hart, and then later with his wife and all, or girlfriend and all this stuff is like interesting. I think. I think he fucking kills in this movie. It's crazy.
I think he's the best part of this movie by far.
He should be. He's a guy who I really believe should be in more things.
Yeah, no, I think he's great.
And I've never understood that.
He reminds me of like people I actually know, as opposed to just fucking stereotypes.
Name some other black people you know. He reminds me of this guy, Chris Rock.
He actually does kind of remind me a little of Jesus Christ.
It's my podcast now,
having,
bitch.
Like really bad dementia with names. Fucking.
It's hard.
No, do you like forget like comics you're friends with names?
I forget friends I'm friends with.
I know it's really scary, but fucking what really funny guy.
What does he look like? Not skin color.
He's Dominican.
He
used to open for Ian Laura.
That's hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Who won it? I don't even know him.
I'm like friends with him. I can't believe I blanked on that. I feel really bad.
Great. Send that clip to Ian Laura.
Ian Laura's a great comic. But I don't know. He reminds me of him a little.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, absolutely. But he's very charismatic, but not over. He's not over the top. He's over the top because the whole thing is over the top.
But he's not.
He's not over the top at all.
Yeah.
I think he does a really fucking good job.
He's great, and I remember thinking like, this isn't a stereotypical black person.
Yeah.
I like remember thinking, wow, this. But then to have the Indian guy come in, or the Asian people, or the fucking.
So what I forgot to look up is during the waxing scene,
if it's a real,
if that's how they speak or not, because if they don't, that is wild.
Well, that's a real scene.
We
right?
need more wax. Is crazy.
Well, also her calling him a pussy. That's so hack. Pussy. That's so hack.
That scene is funny. The waxing scene in that movie is funny.
I don't think it's. That's probably like the funniest part.
No.
I don't even think it's because it was real, right?
Yes.
But it's not even that. Like the anger he's having is not even that intense in that moment. It doesn't.
What would you like him? You wanted to punch one of the women? Or
fucking cut. Like it would have been funny if he like was really like vicious.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, well, it's just like you know what it is. It's like he's still filtering everything he says, even those moments.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wouldn't that be funny if he wasn't filtering in that moment?
Yeah.
And then it's like a break of his. It's like so painful he can't even be his polite self.
Sure.
Like I don't know.
You want him to be a worse guy. That's what you really want. You want it to be a sadder movie with a worse lead.
That's what's funny. What's funny.
You want to see if we can redeem an irredeemable character.
It's like a fun movie with guys who aren't bad, even though if they were in real life, they would probably be bad, but they're not actually bad in this.
Yeah.
Like they're all good-hearted.
Yeah.
Not funny.
Okay.
Funny is fucked up people, selfish and frustrating, sad. That's funny.
Okay.
Like this movie, that's the thing. There's not that much pain. Pain is funny.
I agree. Pain is funny. I'm with you. You got to suffer a little bit.
I mean, there's just no and there's also just no slapstick really.
That actually is really. It is a very how when you're a comedian starting on, people will be like, "Oh, you're a great writer," or "Wow, you have really good stage presence." This is a movie where hey, you're a great writer. Movie. You wouldn't agree with this, but it's very clearly joke driven.
For sure.
There's not a lot of whoa, he's slipping on a puddle of water.
Which I love. I mean, to me, the scene in Old School where they tied the ropes to those dicks and that one guy, that's the funniest scene in the world.
Sure.
Big Lebowski, when they put the ferret in the tub with him. I have a big thing with castration. I find that so funny.
Picking up on that. That's great. Cool. Glad to be in this fucking
Hangover,
dungeon
when they the beatings,
sure.
they take it Hangover, it kills me. But this is just like riffing. It's a movie of riffing.
It literally is. You can tell. Like I mentioned how I know you're gay thing. It was like they're like, okay, cameras down. You have 25 minutes. Say whatever you want.
I find something arrogant about that. Like, we're so funny. Just put the camera on Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd and just see what magic happens. You know what? It ain't that magical, okay? He's like, you're gay. If you're gay, it's not that magical.
Yeah. It's
not like they're coming up with like the greatest lines. They're just like, you're gay because you like to get. I don't know. It's just like not. It's just not like, but there's an arrogance to just being like, just let them roll.
I know you're making fun of this movie, but you're making fun of most stand-ups today. I want you to know that.
Well, sure. I think this movie created this world of comedy where the people in the movie all sound the same and are trying to roast each other. And to me, that's like not character-based humor. It's like basically the people in the movie could just be called Seth and Paul.
Interesting.
And then they're just riffing.
Sure.
It's showing how much fun the crew's having or the cast.
Sure.
I find that fucking obnoxious. I mean, that's the problem with SNL. Every SNL, they're all having way more fun than anyone watching. Like, it's true. Like this is a problem. Like, you don't want to, like, is there anything less funny than Jimmy Fallon cracking up on SNL?
What are you doing? What are you doing here? Here's the thing. None of that shit matters because we're talking about 40-Year-Old Virgin. And I think this fucking works in this movie. I think
what works? Tell me what's funny.
I think it's funny a bunch of guys hanging around busting balls. That's literally the essence of like what we do. And sometimes it's very annoying. I think you're just at a place in your life where this is very annoying.
You're right. It is what we do.
Yeah.
What we do is funny to us,
yeah.
Not to other people. If you saw other comics roasting each other, if like an audience saw that, they'd be like, these are deeply repressed individuals who are hiding their trauma and lack of intimacy through jokes.
Sure.
It's funny to us, but it's like subjecting flirting, like when you see like real flirting in a movie and you're like, like don't subject the audience to it. All right, anyway, let's keep moving. So he gets
You
don't
back.
Like
the Indian guys.
I don't like the Indian guys.
Okay.
He comes back the next. I also just like. I feel like Judd Apatow's supposed to be like this king of jokes and one-liners. They're just not that great,
Sure.
It's not like Veep where like every line's fucking hysterically witty.
I don't think.
Which, by the way, you had to write. You can't just riff it.
If you think that Veep is like the pinnacle of this is like beta tested Veep. Like this, I feel like they're doing a lot of the same shit.
Veep goes against a lot of my rules, but somehow does it well. Like Veep is everyone sounding similar, and just making jokes, but the writing is so good, and it's also the people are so awful, which once again helps.
Yeah.
Like the people say awful shit.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's not just base level like juvenile homophobia. You know what I mean? Like in this movie, I
don't. Is there any movie from 2000 to 2010? Where they go as low as you would want. That's a comedy where they go really as low as you're talking about. Because I don't think they do. Like in Old School, they don't. In
what do you mean low? Like bad?
Where you're like, oh, they're all shitty, terrible people, and they're all calling like women cunts and all this shit. Like that.
Like Old School. First of all, there's just so much. It's not like that. I don't need it to be like that. But like Old School, there's so much slapstick.
Yeah.
Like there isn't like that's the thing about 4-Year-Old Virgin. There's not like Will Ferrell running naked or a tranquilizer shot. There's such little. I guess that's the thing too. It's like there's no slapstick in this movie.
What about fuck? I just had the name of the movie. It's not Bridesmaids. The Owen Wilson. What's his face?
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers.
Love it. Love it.
There's not a ton of slapstick in that movie, right? There's the football thing.
You know what? They're horrible people.
Yeah, because they're crashing weddings.
And that's really funny. And that has some like great lines. And there is slaps. I mean, I can't remember now. Oh, yeah. One of them gets, like, Vince Vaughn gets beat up a bunch.
There's definitely the football thing. I remember that.
There's not like an edge. It's, you know what this is? It's heartwarming.
It is. That is part of it.
That's the death of comedy is heartwarming.
That actually does. That actually is a really funny point. You're right. It is like, you're kind of rooting for this guy.
Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, it's Paul Rudd. The movie is just what Paul Rudd is.
Do you think he read? I wonder if he read for Andy and they gave him a different part instead.
Well, it wouldn't be believable. he would have to throw women off of him. He looks
Fair.
younger now than even in this.
It's crazy how good
I
Paul
know,
Rudd.
I know.
We should spend a little time on that.
It is wild.
Paul Rudd, whatever he's doing, whatever
drinking the
child
blood of
he's
babies,
molesting
yeah.
to get there, good for you, brother.
It is
I appreciate
wild.
what you're doing.
It is wild.
It's crazy, dude.
Meanwhile, like Adam Scott looks like a mannequin. It's like
Adam Scott he's not in this movie? Or you're just saying in general?
I feel like they're similar, aren't they? Either I don't know. He just looks like he's wearing makeup in Severance, but maybe that's the point.
People age and that happens. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But he does look different. Yes.
Okay, so the first part, you find out he's a virgin. Now the second chapter, he tries to date rape some people, and it gets to the first. I mean, I don't even like. Once again, it's like the first thing they go to the bar, and he meets Leslie Mann.
Yeah. Which I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
I have a theory with my wife about like, I'm like, do you think that some actors kind of have a cuckolding thing? Like they just kind of want to be cucked?
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Putting your wife in, because he does this with
they
a lot
don't
of
fuck
his movies.
though, but they kiss, I guess.
They can't, like watching your partner kiss someone else in front of a room full of other people.
Ooh, you think Apatow's a cuckold a little?
I
huh?
think most actors are, or like
yeah,
if
he's
you
kind of
have
getting
someone-
Paul Rudd to fuck her, and this is 40.
in what's the comedy one you just mentioned before? My memory sucks now, I guess, right now. With Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler like goes down on his wife in that movie. And that they were literal actual friend. Like
Right, that's true.
that's like so to me that's an interesting
I mean,
thing.
that's an interesting idea. I mean, I will say, like, he wants to work his wife. He loves his wife.
It's double the income. I'll tell you that right now. I get that.
There's going to be sex humor in his movies, so it's going to be hard. But I see what you're saying. That's interesting. Yeah.
I think about that a lot where it's like, oh, the husband-wife duo cast each other and it's like, that's weird to me.
I actually find all sexual shit in movies uncomfortable. Like filming it, not watching it.
Yeah.
But I imagine like the idea that you'd give the idea that I could if I was a director, I'd give a script to a woman who's hot and be like, this is the part where I wrote for you to take your tits out.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
seems insane.
Yeah.
And directors do this all the time.
It happens a lot in this movie, I would say.
Yeah, it's like a hard thing. I mean, I guess that's why you have. I guess you're not asking yourself, but it's just tough to even know that a female actress that you want for the role, you then wrote for her to get her tits out.
It would be hard. Imagine writing something and you're like, this is perfect for Sydney Sweeney, and she gets to like page 8 to page 25, and it's just like you never have a shirt on ever.
Yeah, I just feel like such a creep.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
But I mean, then again, in Pulp Fiction, Tarantino literally wrote for Samuel Jackson to be called the N-word by Tarantino. Tarantino's like, you're gonna be called the N-word like 10 times, or he's gonna say it in front of you, and I'm gonna play the part.
right? Yeah, who'd you get to play that? Oh, Sam, you're gonna love this, buddy. It's me.
I mean, so that's just a weird part of it. Yeah. But so that's the first I guess the first whatever comedic that she's just a drunk.
She's hammered, and I think you're right. So it is problematic, right? And this comes from the bachelorette party, the gags you hate with all the dildos. Which I think it's kind of funny, whatever.
Where they designed a dildo just to say that joke.
That's a real dildo. They have Dr. Seuss.
No,
kind
I'm
of
sure
dildos.
I'm sure it was just letting the cameras roll and just letting Seth be Seth.
Just the women.
You don't even need to write for Seth. Just film it and he'll just go off. They're just so talented.
You don't like Mr. President? The erection results are in. That's funny. I like that.
They're so talented. These people who aren't even stand-up comedians. They're so talented. Just film them and.
The stand-ups are the best actors. All of a sudden, get the fuck out of here.
They're not acting. They're just riffing. Get stand-up. They're just gonna riff.
They're improvising. That's all part of it, baby. That's art. They're creators. That's what they do.
It's so fucking annoying.
I love this.
But anyway, so yeah.
She's drunk. She gets in the car. She asks him if he can drive. Actually, I do want to stop. A thing that is very funny in this movie to me that definitely would not hold up is everyone thinks he's the biggest dweeb ever for biking.
Yeah.
They hate that he bikes. Like now, if they made that movie, it would be that he had like an e-bike or something.
Right.
Which is just so funny to be like, you have to bike or whatever. Like that's hilarious that comes up so much.
Biking is like cool. I love biking.
They're like, oh wow, you love the environment. Yeah, I'll suck your dick. That's fine.
Yeah, it's also like that's a good point. And it's also watching like Leslie Mann now. I'm like, she's a horrible person. She just got a DUI and now she's driving drunk. Like that's like, well, Dexter kills someone for
You
that.
like this?
What?
You wanted horrible people. This is what horrible people
But
do.
it's not treating her. It's just treating her as a wild, crazy person.
She
That's
is
kind of like
very
a
much-
sociopath.
Yeah, 100%.
But what's it? So she's driving, then she throws up on him.
She's driving. There's some good lines in there. Don't be named Dan. Dan rhymes
that
with
was
man.
funny. There's
men jerk off, and he was a jerk off. I hope I get my fucking period soon. I hope I get my period soon. I want some fucking French toast. That thing. That's all quotables.
She is funny. She's very charismatic, and she really embodies that character.
Yeah.
Of that you know that girl. But I'm just like, to me, it's like. Give me something a little crazier. I don't know. It's like
crazier than drunk driving, fucking T-boning
I guess
a person.
it's funnier. I don't know. It's just not that like. It's just there's just not that much in it. Like it's just like she's drunk and then she throws up on him.
Yeah, I can concede
I'm
that
not
she's
laughing.
she's a mechanism to get to this other point of his first experience sucks. She's there to show you, hey, he's doing what the boy said, and it's bad, and he hates it. Because when he kisses her and he's like, oh, it tastes like shellfish. Awesome. I love that.
So, right.
Did you have a daiquiri? That's funny. All that shit. And then she throws up and she goes, I'll still have sex with you if I want. And he's like, no, that's okay. I think that's funny. And then, what are they?
I feel like I'd still fuck her at that point. Well, also, she's thrown up, so she's probably not as drunk, right?
I don't know. She makes that note of being like, oh, I guess I don't have to work out tomorrow. So whatever. Something happened chemically to her. She feels like she lost calories, so maybe she's not as drunk. I don't know. But then after that, I remember dying at this idea.
Okay, give me something you died at.
They are in that like back alley or whatever, like the loading dock, and they're just breaking lights. You don't like
You
that?
love that?
That's such a crazy thing to be doing. Just to be breaking fluorescent for
the guys fucking around at work.
That's not a thing. It's so crazy. That's terrible for the environment, bad for them, bad for their clothes. Hilarious that they're doing it. But then in that moment, Jay is like, I hope that's his name, otherwise I'm a fucking idiot. But he's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't tell you that if you bring home a drunk girl, you should drive. And that's where you're like, oh, you already know this, but you're like, oh, that's like he's bad in two ways. He's like bad and not being empathetic. He's got like
good date rape experience.
And also, and that. But I love the idea of them just like breaking fucking lights.
All right, so let me,
because
the point of this podcast is for me to also understand like how other people can react to something different than me. So like them breaking that, you just love it.
Random. It was just so random. I was like, you could have given me 1,000 guesses. I would have never known what the fuck that next scene was going to be. And it's just a guy slapping a light across someone's leg.
What are they break? What are those anyway? Like
just like lights that would go up here, like those like little long fluorescent lights.
Yeah, they're very. Well, there's one part where I'm like, there's also a part where it's like when Paul Rudd is filming his asshole and has it on. Awesome. I'm like, he's not getting fired for that.
I did have that thought where
I'm like, not fireable.
That's where it's like, oh, if you. Not that there could ever be a sequel to this movie, but if it was a show, that would speak to the lore of the show of being like, this is how dysfunctional we are. Is like,
right.
He just does this every Wednesday. We don't even.
Well, it's also like it's funny because in this it's just a silly, funny joke, but in reality that would be a person having a serious breakdown. And they would definitely be fired.
Would be fired, and someone in the story would be like, I had to see one of your employees' assholes.
Yeah.
You're getting sued.
Yeah.
He's fired. You're fired. I own this store, and I'm shutting it
down. I guess I did like the shot of Seth Rogen running up to stop him. It was just like a little funny.
And he tries to flip
something about
boxers.
that. Yeah, something about that I found funny.
That's great.
But like, what's next? What is after the
speed dating? I think
speed dating, which is once again like where's the fucking jokes?
What do you mean? Where's the jokes?
The tit coming out.
That one. Okay,
it feels like a middle schooler wrote this.
Maybe he wrote it when he was in middle school. The tit coming out isn't like. It is like a thing I remember, but it's not like the big joke of it. Real quick, do you ever watch? You know who Diamond Dallas Page is?
No.
He's a wrestler. He was like WCW back in the day, like a big deal wrestler. The lady whose tit pops out, that's his ex-wife.
Oh, really?
So that's like a royalty titty you're seeing there.
Oh, wow.
I want you to know that.
Are you big WWF?
Sometimes. Oh, sorry. I'll get back into fucking Pure Sorrow movies or whatever the fuck you want.
I was just rewatching Rashomon. Mike Lawrence was here last week. 2 WWF people.
Too smart man. He has an adopted child. Good man.
Yeah, and you're adopted.
Yeah. He should have bought me instead. So speed dating, the big joke I think from here is
Yeah, like what is the big joke?
the big joke I remember a lot of people, and this sucks for people named Gina now, is the woman going, Gina, what's up?
Yeah.
Which is Mo. What's her? I don't remember her last name anymore, but she's very funny. She's on Mad TV, and that's like a thing that years later echoed throughout the annals of people
Really?
quoting a movie. I still have friends who'll be like, "It's Gina. Oh, Gina's coming. You mean Gina?"
That's
and you're like, "All right,
interesting.
that's enough."
I actually
We're
never
almost 40.
saw this as such a quotable movie, but for you, this is quotable like Anchorman?
100% easy.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are the quotable lines?
I feel like the
give me a
quotable
list.
line. I was going through every time. It's easier when we go through like this, but me so horny, me so stupid. That's a good one. You remember
But
that one?
that's me so horny's someone else's
That's
line.
another name. Well, but that's his line.
Yeah.
He goes.
It's actually from, I guess, Full Metal Jacket. Technically.
Yeah, but that's the point.
No, I know.
He's quoting that, whatever.
But your favorite line cannot just be someone quoting something else.
What? You keep moving the fucking goalposts on me, all right? I watched the movie.
What's
laughed
the
a
other
lot.
favorite line? Yeah.
There are definitely more, and I'm mad that I didn't fucking write these down because I knew you were gonna do this.
Because they don't have catchphrase. It's not like
No, there's no,
Anchorman
like-
was written for like quotable lines.
What are the quotable ones on Anchorman?
I don't know. I'm not like that
Yeah,
big
well,
of a
shut
fan,
the
but
fuck
people
up then.
quote it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, the whale's vagina. I don't know. People
Same
quote
thing.
it.
Yeah.
But then, like, obviously you have, like, old school, let's go, like, Blue. You're my boy,
You're my
Blue.
boy Blue. Yeah. I think this movie gets a little bit lost in the shuffle of those. You're gonna say because it's worse. I think it's because it's just a little bit earlier, and it's a little less. It didn't have Vince Vaughn. It didn't have Will Ferrell.
Maybe
it didn't
that's-
have a lot of those people.
That's really, I think that's getting down to what I'm not, like, why it doesn't resonate with me comedically. Steve Carell's kind of the straight man, and now you're down to Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is just charming, and Seth Rogen I hate as much as Joe Rogan. I hate both Rogans.
I've been meaning to talk to you about this. I don't think you get to do this. I don't think
What?
you get to be on Rogan and then be like, now I hate him.
Wow.
I don't think you're allowed.
Like, you can go on Fox News, shit on Fox News.
You're doing what all those guys are doing now, where they're like, you know what? I think Trump's actually a bad guy. That's you.
But I always said that.
Yeah. No. So I think in this movie, I was literally watching it, and I was like, there are 5 minutes here where I'm like, there's scene after scene of a thing where I'm like, oh, that was a thing I said a lot. That was a thing I said a lot. I feel like I'm failing at this right now, but let's keep going through it because I think.
But I'm just saying, like, I guess Vince Vaughn, maybe the whole like letting the camera roll. To me, that works for. I don't know if it's all improv, but Vince Vaughn is just hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And so is Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
They both just have like these nuances that I find so funny, and they're so natural. And I guess I just don't get it from this cast. The one person I find really funny is Steve Carell, but I honestly only really find him funny in The Office. Like I actually think like. Yeah, so I guess that's what I'm not connecting to. I mean, like, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson are so funny, and so is Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, we're not left with Steve Carell being the straight man, we're not left with much.
Okay. That's fine. Did you like Step Brothers? Just curious.
And I got to see
That might have
again.
been one that I put on my list, actually.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember liking it, but I don't know. I think I saw it once. I don't know it as well, but I love... Like, I'm not like a snob. I do love stupid comedies. Like, I love Old School. I love Wedding Crashers. I love The Hangover. I love The Hangover because of Zach Galifianakis.
Okay. I ask about Step Brothers specifically because I feel like it's this kind of movie, but with people you like more, with like a Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember liking it. I do. I just, I guess, yeah, it's like you don't have like... Yes, to me, it's like Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd are all left to carry the comedic weight.
Okay.
And it's just like hanging out. Yeah. And so then he meets Catherine Keener.
Yeah, she comes in the store. Which is like, that idea is also, it's like, it's funny. I get it on paper where it's like, yeah, we sell your stuff on eBay. And then like the bit is that store doesn't make sense. But then that also, as the movie ages, you're like, this really doesn't make sense. You're like,
right.
What do you mean
like,
you
what is
sell?
the point?
What is this? But
I do think it gets a little better when he gets in with her family, just because there's at least some more interesting dynamics.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting out of this just friend hanging bullshit.
Sure.
Like when he's actually with the daughter.
the like where they learn about sex together.
That part's funny.
That's great.
And the part where he does a magic trick and the older daughter goes, so that means you just carry a big thing around with you all the time. Like, that's funny because that's like real drama.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just friends hanging and smoking weed, you know?
Sure.
Like, this whole smoking weed partying thing that Apatow made so central to comedy is like the least funniest thing to me.
Sure. That's fair.
You know?
For you. That's
it's
fair.
just,
I don't do that either,
But and then I mean, like, you know, you're getting near the end. You got the
we skipped so much. Are you kidding me?
What do we skip?
So first and foremost, before he meets her family and everything, they have the bookstore thing. You remember that?
Oh, right, of course, the thong. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks.
Yes, which was my introduction to Elizabeth Banks. I feel like.
So you find that part for the questioning?
I think that was funny. I just thought it was like, oh, that's an interesting. Instead of it blowing up in his face, it works. That's the first time something works. I thought. I
guess that was at the time. That was like you're kind of watching it now. You're like, she would just be like violent. Like he would be kicked out of the store immediately. But yeah, I mean it's okay.
And I think right before they actually go into the store and they talk to her, they're carrying like a TV or something. I think there's a joke here that either they cut or they never make a big enough deal about. But they're carrying this woman's TV to her car, and as they're carrying it, they stop. And Elizabeth Banks is bent over in her thong comes. He's like, God, I just want to put that in my mouth. Or like, there's something wrong with her underwear. This also quotable. Something wrong with her underpants. Yeah, they're not in my mouth. Love that line. My favorite line. One of my favorites.
You're in middle school. You've never grown up.
This is shit I do say. I still say I put it in my mouth.
To me, the line that defines it is just like in terms of like the kind of humor. It's just like when he goes, you know, when Seth Rogen's like, fuck it. It's like when I plant seed to grow pot. You plant a bunch of seeds, and eventually you fuck the plant.
Yeah.
That's like the Oscar Wilde, this is not, all right?
Yeah, you know, you take the good with the bad. For every they're not in my mouth, there is, you plant the seed and you fuck the plant.
But I think what is confusing to me is that Judd Apatow was one of the major forces behind Freaks and Geeks and the Larry Sanders Show, which are two of the greatest comedy shows.
Yeah.
And like great, like really great. Not juvenile.
I
mean,
insightful,
acerbic, deep. What happened to him? It feels like he was just like, I mean, maybe this is what he likes, but it feels like the man just was like, I'm going to do what is going to be a big hit, I guess.
Of course I don't know that they thought this movie was going to be a hit. I would love to go back and listen to the commentary because I do think they talk about that. I don't know that they thought this movie would work. Why would they think this movie would work? There's not a big star attached. It's about a 40-year-old virgin.
But why doesn't it have why did none of Freaks and Geeks is such a deep character study and it's character humor and they're actual nerds. That's the thing about this. This has a little bit of that Clerks thing where it's celebrating how fun they are. It's like, don't you want to hang out with them, you know?
Sure.
With Freaks and Geeks, they're actually fucking nerds, and that's what's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But like, why didn't any of the character, the specific character stuff of Freaks and Geeks, or the darkness, the dark wit and humor of Larry Sanders, why did this not rub off
He's
on
doing
him?
something different. Why does he have to be sad and like, oh, these are sad. This is a sad guy. These are sad. Why can't he just have some fun a little bit? He's an auteur.
I
He does
hate
different
it.
things.
I hate fun. I hate shallow. I guess there's a place for it and it's fun.
You're telling me if someone fucking was like, hey, I'll give you $200 million. I don't know how much this movie costs. I'll give you $30 million to make a movie about pretty much dick jokes. You'll be like, no, I would never.
I would figure out I mean, to me, it's like the sadder it is, the funnier it is.
Sure.
The more like crazy it is, the funnier it is. I just find this feels like a male version of like a Nancy Meyers movie. It just feels like lukewarm.
That's crazy. That's insane. Did you watch Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids had much funnier stuff than this.
Yeah.
Where's the Bridesmaids had the whole diarrhea part? Where's that in here? You know what I mean? I mean, in Bridesmaids, I don't feel like they're like roasting each other or having fun.
There's a little bit of roasting, and they're having fun. What are you talking about?
Is it? I feel like there's like real tension and real.
There's tension.
There's the other thing about this. There's no tension. Like all the friends. There's no drama. I guess I feel like humor.
I do agree. The most tense part is like with essentially bit characters or whatever. Like when that dude's wife comes in and she's like, "Is this true? Is this your speed?" It's after speed dating.
Oh,
she finds
yeah,
the card. Yeah. You better keep your hoe on a leash. That's another great line.
Oh, when he's classic. Classic classic.
I'm sorry you don't like fun. I thought you were.
Not
I know
since
you're
Mark
not a fun
Twain,
person, so I'm
have
not
we?
surprised by this. Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
the part where he's like being all. Yeah, I mean that part's. I guess that part's pretty fun. It's just like. It's fun. It is fun. That's what it is. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's not hilarious.
So it's not for
fun.
you because it's fun.
Like it's fun. It's like Steve Carell's trying to be tough. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think that is like, but also in that moment, you see a little bit of camaraderie because he's like, oh, he's going to war for his boy. He's standing.
Yeah.
He goes, I told her that it's yours and that this is gross and you're a disgusting kind of person.
Yeah, it's bros before
love that.
hoes. It's,
I love that.
It's middle school values. And by the way, so one part that could really be funny, where they're ripping the stuff off.
Yeah.
The fucking Asian woman's laughing the whole time. It's like Jimmy Fallon laughing on SNL. Nothing is less funny than Jimmy Fallon cracking up. Phil Hartman would have been rolling in his grave every time fucking Jimmy Fallon cracks up on SNL.
People get so mad at Jimmy Fallon for laughing. You guys don't even watch. You don't care.
I just think, like, give me Phil Hartman. Give me fucking professionals.
He's fucking dead. He killed himself because you guys all
He
wanted him
didn't
to be
kill
sad.
himself. He got killed by his wife.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
But I do think it does get better when it goes to when it gets more into Catherine Ganner's family.
Yeah.
I think it should have started there.
The movie is 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It starts with it being a virgin there. You're right, though. That's an interest. She also, I mean, she's just a great actress. And, like, the stakes, like you said, are different, raised a little, whatever. I'm trying to think about.
So I will say she's very mean to that who she thinks is that telemarketer.
That is like a weird. That is like a running subtle thing that I don't really understand because that happens twice.
Yeah, I mean, like she's like kind of like supposed to be almost like a little like bohemian, I think. But
Yeah,
then, in that
something.
moment, I'm like, she's a vicious cunt.
She tells a telemarketer to kill himself.
Like that's so awful. Like he's just doing his job.
Yeah. Well, fuck those guys. I get it. But there's a second.
Why?
time.
Why can't you just hang up?
Well, why are you calling me? You got my name illegally off of some leaked database or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you.
just don't think you need to yell at people or just barely making a living.
Your whole act is yelling. You love yelling. What are you talking about?
That part made me think she's like a really vicious, like mean person.
It was a weird. I think they were it was the wrong tone, or the joke needed to be different because that doesn't actually make sense. You're right. I agree with that.
She's like so mean.
She answers the phone again a second time, and she answers it kind of angrily.
It's like, was she molested by a telemarketer?
Yeah, that was going to be explored in the sequel, but people like you didn't watch it enough, so they didn't do it.
So yeah. So he gets in with the family. Yeah, the scene with the sex talk is him asking questions is funny.
Yeah.
The Jewish kid, I don't find that funny. I find
Sure.
that stupid.
Or his dad's like, shut up, Seth. Or
Yeah,
whatever, that guy.
I just like
Cedric Yarborough's in that, Minnesota legend.
Who is that?
The black dude in there.
a sports player.
He's no, he's the guy. Isn't he in that scene?
Yeah. Well, who is he?
He's in Reno 911.
Oh,
A bunch of stuff. Funny dude.
I thought you said Minnesota legend. I thought maybe
He's a
you meant
Minnesota
like a
legend.
sports.
No.
Vikings. Is that the Vikings?
That's the Vikings, but no,
Yeah.
he's just a funny guy from Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, I like, once again, it's like, it's some middle ground between Naked Gun and Big Lebowski, and I don't like middle ground.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a centrist politically.
You're a big
but
stand your ground guy.
But I don't like, so what happens next in the movie?
That's actually what I'm trying to figure out, because as I was watching it yesterday, I did fall asleep.
You're trying to defend a movie you fell asleep to?
I fall asleep at every movie. Do you stay awake through every movie you watch? Like, if you go to a theater, is there a risk you could fall asleep?
In a theater? I mean, I have to be pretty tired.
I'm falling asleep I think I'm pretty tired then. Every movie. I love movies I loved. I'm
In the
falling asleep.
theater you fall
I saw
asleep?
Superman recently, fell asleep. Saw
In the
Sinners,
theater?
fall asleep. There's like
Fall asleep in Sinners? What's wrong with you?
there's always like a 5-minute chunk where it's like it could happen, and then I fall asleep for a little bit.
Are you snoring?
You know, I don't know. I see a lot of movies alone, so it's hard to know. No one's like
Oh,
elbowing me.
jeez.
Is that sad?
There's a fucking loner snoring in the fucking theater.
I don't know. No one's like, "Hey, buddy, sounds like you're fucking choking over there."
One time I saw First Man, the Neil Armstrong movie.
Yeah.
And it was like in a 5D theater at Union Square, so the chairs like moved.
Yeah.
And there's a part where he has to go into some centrifugal thing to keep from falling asleep to test his like training, and the chairs start like moving crazy. and the old woman next to me was just asleep in the chair. I was like, you did not pass the test. You cannot go up in space, ma'am.
She actually died.
Yeah. That was funny. The 5D is kind of fun. So...
Yeah, what happens after that? I don't know.
They get in their fight about the fucking toys.
They get in a fight about the toys. I thought there was something in between that. But yeah, because there's like he's selling these toys now. She's helping him. There's probably like a montage or something in between all this shit.
Of course, always a montage.
Yeah, it's a movie. You got to have a montage. What are you talking about? But yeah, they get into a fight. And I will say the fight feels bad. I don't love the fight because it could easily be solved by him just being like, that's where he should be like, I'm a virgin. What are we talking about?
Right.
Because isn't it like he tells her that he wants to go on a certain amount of dates or something?
Yeah, they agree to they don't want to have sex ruin it.
Yeah.
Because they're about to fuck, and then the girl comes in
Yeah.
and gets mad at them.
Oh, because he's doing he has the condom thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then they like put off the...
Yeah. Which... Smart move, honestly. I don't know how you were doing it when your virginity was on. Oh, pussy on a pedestal. We didn't even talk about that. That's like another thing, that a quotable thing. You didn't have that one,
right. Putting pussy on a pedestal.
But that is like a classic virgin or inexperienced sexual thing, where it's like, no. I want to wait. I want to wait.
But to me, like. There was so much shame, and there were these specific feelings I had of being so embarrassed if anyone knew and hiding it so much from the women that I talked to. But I don't know if this movie really got to that. Like,
No.
it doesn't. Like, it could have. It would have been interesting.
It's almost like, I just mentioned seeing Superman, okay? They skip the lore. They skip, like, Kal-El was sent to Earth. They're like, you know the story. We're talking about 40-year-old virgin. You're like, you get it. The guy never fucked.
Right.
We don't have to get. They do 2 flashbacks. He kicks a woman in the mouth, and he gets blown by a woman with braces. And you're like, you understand why he is the way he is.
Right.
So they skip a lot of that stuff that would be probably, honestly, more of what. That's more of a coming of age. They're like, it's not coming of age.
Right.
He's aged.
Yeah.
He's aged out of virginity.
It's taking a situation that actually would be deeply sad.
Yeah.
And try to not be really that sad about it. I mean, that would be like deeply sad.
I don't know if being an adult virgin is as sad. It was sad for you. I get that. But I feel like
40?
I feel like I know some like 30-ish-year-old virgins.
Really? Who?
I think
Comics?
So.
Name them.
Yeah, I'll out them right now. Tell me your favorite lines.
Asmus?
Yeah, I mean, he's someone who deserves to still be a virgin as far as I'm concerned.
It's just like
I'm not here to convince you to like the movie.
No.
This is a movie I like.
I want to see, and I'm getting it. It's like part of you with your group of friends. It was like, and maybe my life would be better if I could have fun and just love these getting high, riffing.
I think your life would be better if you had friends. I think that would be nice for you.
But like, yeah, it just doesn't. It's aesthetically, it was actually hard to watch.
What did
it was
Kate
actually
feel?
it's so funny because it's not a hard to watch movie.
Yeah,
it's like such an easy watch.
Yeah,
I was struggling like it was like a Japanese movie from the 20s. I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't get through this riffing.
But you're also watching it as like a veteran comedy snob now. You're like, you've been in. When I first saw this, I wasn't doing stand up. I was watching funny movies, but I was just like, yeah, you just watch a thing that's funny and you like it.
Right. And I also think comedy does date itself. And I do think when I saw it, I never really spoke to me that much because of the fact that like there wasn't any actor I found that funny in it. But I do think I did find it funnier than this when I first saw it.
Okay.
So I do think like it is like comedy dates. I mean, not all comedy. Like I still think Naked Gun is like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, you brought that up.
I still think Big
so.
Lebowski is the funny thing ever.
Are you going to see the new Naked Gun?
It looks so awful. It looks like it's learned. It looks like it's once again like this. It's trying to have fun and it's aware that it's funny. And you can see that in the preview. It makes me so angry. Liam Neeson is not playing it straight. He's like clearly like putting on like a voice. It makes me furious.
But it's kind of like, hey, it's the guy. It's not Liam Neeson playing it. It's the Taken guy and that's the bit, right?
I know, but like no, because it's like. There's such a deadpanness to Leslie Nielsen.
Okay.
Like, it's like, I mean, look, obviously it's hard to replace Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Like, he's just kind of so perfect for those. Because the truth is, he is trying to just act. And he's just kind of like not that great of an actor, But like Liam Neeson is you can see him trying, and that's to me that's a problem. You know.
Okay.
He's not always like that. Like he has that scene in that show with the little person. What was it called? Was it Ricky Gervais? There's that great show, but there's a scene where he's like auditioning, and he's talking about Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And he's trying to improvise, and he's very serious. It's an amazing scene. Probably one of the funniest scenes ever. He tries to improvise with Ricky Gervais, and he keeps on bringing dark things into the improv. He keeps on saying like he has AIDS, and it's just fucking amazing. But like when I see this,
he's low key kind of a good He's probably been angling for a movie like this for a while.
Yeah,
because he was in an episode of Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, and like
fascinating
guy.
But like, I don't know. I mean, do you feel that way when you see the preview? Like the preview hurts me.
Part of me is like, I don't know. Maybe it seems funnier than I would have expected it to be. But maybe I'm a fucking dumb. Maybe I have CTE from
think you are.
Division III college football. Because everything I think is funny, you think is scum of the earth. So I mean,
like him, like the schoolgirl taking off the mask. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Have you seen Mission? I just rewatched most of the Mission Impossibles. That is exactly whatever. It is that comical. Where it's just like, you didn't know I was actually...
It is funny how Mission Impossible, you're like, man, if they were able to achieve that, there's probably been a lot more other technological achievements. You know what I mean? Like if they're being able to figure out how to make a face completely... Right. You probably have like flying cars at this point.
The porn in that world must be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You just put on it and ask you.
But I don't know. The Naked Gun, it's the same thing. Like Naked Gun, it seems like Liam Neeson doesn't get it. He's like trying to have fun.
I guess I'm surprised you love Naked. I don't know. Maybe like Young Frankenstein or something.
I mean, I love Young Frankenstein, but Naked Gun is the most deadpan thing in the world. Like it's amazing. Like once again, Leslie Nielsen is not trying to have fun. He's playing it straight.
Yeah.
That's what's funny. Playing it straight is what's funny. Playing it like you're in a comedy is what's not funny, you know?
Sure.
Like, to me, that's, like, so key. And from what I've seen of the Naked Gun preview, it's just, like, it hurts to me to watch. It's like...
I want to go with you. I want to watch it together.
Yeah. I'd probably see you dying laughing.
You'll catch me falling
Everyone's
asleep.
breaking on the scene.
I do want to before whatever, I don't know where we're at, but like we do have to talk about what did you think about the Kevin Hart scene with the Jake? I don't know.
I like that scene.
That
had some like pathos in it.
That was like I think that I don't know that I really knew because I wasn't like a soul playing guy. But I don't know if I knew Kevin Hart really before this movie.
It is weird to watch that part because you're like, God, this movie's so old. This is like before. This is when Kevin Hart was just at like, basically not even a what do you call it? Where you have 5 lines. I forget what that's part.
Yeah, like a whatever.
But like it's insane.
Yeah, and I think I think maybe he had like an HBO show that Judd Apatow had a part in or something before this, but there was a reason why it was him. It wasn't just like anybody could get it.
Yeah.
I think they like really liked him, and like. Him coming in and being like, "Is this your boy? Is this your boy?" Is still a funny thing to me. And come back, I'll clap you up, both y'all, like that shit. That's still hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And then just him like breaking down, crying.
Him crying is great.
Awesome.
Him crying is great.
Yeah.
I love that. I just love his sensitivity because that's something that's just like, once again, like the stereotyping of black characters in movies, which is just always awful. It's like they always like. Ignore that part completely.
Yeah.
like a sensitivity, you know what I mean? Like especially in those kind of broad comedies.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. This actually his character is the one thing they like kind of got right.
You feel like they nailed it?
But I also don't think I think it's a very real character, but I don't think it's that funny either. I just think it's not deeply offensive.
What did you think about Jane Lynch in this movie?
I just hate her. I don't get I mean, she's funny in like Best in Show, whatever those.
Okay.
That kind of humor, like the tall butch woman who's eager to fuck, it's hack. Like, you know, if you want fuck buddies, it's just hack to me. It's just like, what's the joke? Just that she's like unattractive but eager to fuck?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
I like it. I like it on screen and off.
I don't like that kind of hack. It's like hack to me. It's just like she's the boss, but she's down to like. Sure. I don't like you know it's. It's to me like real people are funny. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
And she has no like, there's no like vulnerability there. She's just like, you want to fuck, And then he's like, no. And he's like, well, you know where to find me.
Doesn't
It's
she
like,
tell a story about like having sex at the age of 15 or something?
Yeah, or
That's
becoming
pretty
like
vulnerable.
but but there's no sense of vulnerability.
Sure.
She's just like, and when he turns her down, she doesn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not real. To me, real is funny. Like, she's just a cartoon, you know? And if you're going to make a cartoon, I mean, I'm a fucking broken record here, but make it fucking Naked Gun. Make it fucking Dumb and Dumber. Not this fucking, this is a lukewarm bath water, and I'm mad I had to watch it.
I like you as a child watching actual cartoons, like watching Looney Tunes and being like, it's never going to live up to Naked Gun. Leslie Nielsen would never do what
Oh my
Bugs
God,
Bunny's
it's
doing.
already 6:40. Did we start at 5? Oh my God. I thought it was like 6. Jesus. You've been doing like an hour and 40 minutes?
On a movie you despise. There's not a single thing you like about
I
it.
thought it was like, I was looking at my, first I was like, have we only done 40 minutes?
Well, fuck.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, so they fuck at the end.
They fuck at the end. Oh, I know you hate the ending of this movie.
The song?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's just, once again, it's fun. It's fun. It's
I've never
fun.
met someone who works in the business of entertainment who hates fun as much as you hate it.
Fun
Just
is
idea
the
of
enemy of funny. That's how I feel.
Well,
It's a fun ending. It's fun. And it led to the death of American comedy. And honestly, there hasn't really been, great comedies in the theater. I mean,
well, yeah, it's tough.
since Apatow sent a nuke into the landscape, it's been Borat.
Borat, absolutely.
And I don't even know what else. I think that's it.
Jackass, obviously. How dare you?
Jackass.
But
I don't
if you,
really know Jackass.
you didn't see Keke Palmer's new movie with SZA? I'm assuming. Do you know?
Now you're talking.
You
Now
looked
you're
at me
talking.
like you didn't even know.
Well, this is what I was
what that
expecting
meant.
to hear from you. You know,
That
Talking-
movie ruled.
Now you're talking.
Let me,
fucking Keke. No,
One of them days, right?
I actually didn't see that.
It's a great movie. You won't like it because
Yeah.
you know who you are. But
Well, let's.
great.
I mean, in conclusion, but at least just agree with me that it doesn't really hold up.
I don't agree.
Okay,
It's
All
the
right.
best movie I've ever seen, and I'll never back down from this.
We got to get out of here, but
Okay.
do you have plugs, buddy? Thanks for doing this. It's been
Thanks
a lot
for
of fun.
having me. It's
I guess
been-
when I shit on something, time just flies by.
Yeah, well,
Did you
slow
have
down for
something-
me.
Did you have something to do?
Yeah, no, I have a show I'm supposed to go to.
God.
We'll hopefully get there. It's fine.
Yeah.
I have a. I don't know when this comes out, but I have a special coming out August 11th.
All right, check it out.
My debut special. It's called Supple Harlot. It's
I like that.
stand-up comedy. I'm a comedian. If you like any of that, you should check it out. I think it's good. And I also have a podcast called Troll Hole. You should check that out. Raanan's been on it. I think you probably hated it, but
No, it's
it was
fun. Great comic. Let's check out his stuff. Check out his special. I'm excited to watch it. And as for me, I mean, I'm going to be, this is probably going to come out in 2 weeks. So, just check online, punchup.live/Raanan/tickets. Grand Rapids, I'm doing Dr. Grins. I'm doing some other stuff. Boston, I'll be in Boston. I'll be in a bunch of other places. And I'm coming back to Minnesota for the, what's it called? The where you write for the new 20
Crash and
Minutes.
Burn.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited for
Oh, that'll be good for you. You'll
I'm-
love that.
I've been wanting to do this for so long. You write 20 minutes, all new for the whole week and work on it. Well,
If you're a Minneapolis person or Twin Cities area, you got to come out and see him. He's very funny.
Thank you.
You're gonna
I
love it.
appreciate it.
I don't like him, but he's a funny guy.
Thank you. Well, thanks so much, Ben, for
Yeah,
being
buddy.
on the
Thanks for
podcast.
having me.
Cut.
Raanan is fat and he's a Jew. He'll tell you something that you already knew. Your favorite movie sucks. Your favorite movie sucks. American Beauty or Forrest Gump. Your favorite movie sucks.